What's up, guys? The Snowman here. Different kind of video today with my Savannah Bananas explained. Maybe you've seen them on TV as you're flipping the channels lately, but this is the baseball team that's taking the U.S. by storm with fun and showmanship. In addition to great baseball play, kind of think of the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball, if you will. So right now I want to go over what exactly the Savannah Bananas are, what league they play in, their history, the special set of rules that they play by, everything to get you set to watch their brand of banana ball. So who are the Savannah Bananas? They're an exhibition baseball team based in Savannah, Georgia, and while their games are unscripted and competitive, their variation of baseball known as banana ball isn't quite what they play in the major leagues. The Bananas emphasize showmanship, fan participation, and quick-paced games. There's constant entertainment throughout the games, dance routines, celebrations, comedy sketches, and other performances between and during innings. You've got flips, tricks, juggling. You're truly liable to see anything and everything as you watch Banana Ball. Savannah Bananas ownership has always strived to put out a fun and entertaining product and really cultivate fan loyalty. In fact, the ownership team is named Fans First Entertainment. And like I mentioned, the Bananas have been compared by many to the American exhibition basketball team Harlem Globetrotters. Although again, the games themselves of Banana Ball are genuinely competitive. There's no preset script or premeditated planning of how the games will end, and the Bananas do not win every single game. In terms of what league they play in, the Bananas used to compete as a collegiate summer baseball team in the Coastal Plain League. They did that from the time they were founded in 2016 through 2022. In fact, the Bananas won 3 Coastal Plain League championships in 2016, 21, and 22. Starting in 2023 then, since the Bananas grew so much in popularity, they decided to take their show on the road and become a barnstorming full-time exhibition team. The Banana Ball Championship League was created, and that's what they played in since, traveling across the country every year, selling out NFL and MLB stadiums all over the nation. The Bananas play their games against the other 3 teams in the Banana Ball Championship League, including the Party Animals. They originally debuted in 2020 as a second squad for Banana Ball home games to give the Bananas an opponent to play against. Then over the next few years, the Party Animals became a more permanent team with their own slate of games outside of the Bananas tour. The third team that debuted was the Firefighters. They were introduced as a new opponent in October 2023. You might guess the Firefighters wear firefighter-themed uniforms and helmets, the whole 9 yards. They are massive fan favorites too. And then the fourth team in the league is the Texas Tailgaters, only recently joining in the last year or so. Despite the name, they're also based in Savannah, Georgia. The Tailgaters, the first semi-regional team to launch since the original Bananas. And Banana Ball has blown up so much that 2 more teams are scheduled to be added to the Banana Ball Championship League in 2026. That'll take the total up to 6 teams with potentially more expansion in the future after that. So we know the Savannah Bananas are all about fun. They travel around the country playing the other teams in this league they created, but let's go over the distinct rules of Banana Ball now because it's a bit different from a typical baseball game. Rule number 1 is that games are won by points, not runs. Essentially, the team that scores the most runs in a particular inning receives 1 point, and then we move on to the next inning. The only exception is the final inning where every run counts as 1 point. There's a couple of rules to speed up the pace of the game, one of which is the 2-hour time limit. No new inning can start after 1 hour and 50 minutes have elapsed. So once an inning starts, it's always played to completion. It is technically possible to have a game that lasts only 6 or 7 innings. They also speed things up by not allowing the batters to step out of the batter's box for any reason whatsoever. If they do this, it results in an automatic strike. Rule number 4 is no bunting under any circumstances ever. If a player does this, they're thrown out of the game immediately. Number 5 is pretty interesting. Batters are allowed to attempt to steal first base if they choose. This can happen on any pitch of an at-bat, on a pass ball or a wild pitch. Rule 6 is fun. Walks are replaced by ball 4 sprints. So anytime a pitcher throws ball 4, it becomes a sprint where the hitter takes off running while every defensive player has to touch the ball before it becomes live. While this is taking place, the hitter can advance to as many bases as they want, so a lot of chaos with this rule. No mound visits allowed. This one pretty self-explanatory. Another rule to keep the flow of the game moving. Rule 8, one of my favorites, all foul balls that are caught by fans are counted as outs. Really lets the fans get in on the action and adds some zest to the game. They also have what's called the showdown tiebreaker. This is if the game is tied at the conclusion of the 2-hour limit. There's 3 rounds, each with a single hitter for each team. If the hitter scores, it's worth 1 point, and if they get out, it's no points. If no team has won after 3 shutdown showdowns, play continues with the bases loaded and 1 fielder until we have a team that wins. So it's really exciting. Also, any home run at any point would end the game then and there in the showdown tiebreaker. Banana Ball also has their own challenge rule. You can challenge things like whether a ball was fair or foul, or if a runner was tagged out or not. Teams can challenge as much as they like throughout a game until they lose a challenge. And also, as an added twist, the fans have the ability to challenge too. They choose 1 fan to represent them who shoots a confetti gun anytime they'd like to execute their challenge. And the final rule is the golden batter rule. This allows teams to send any hitter in their lineup to bat in any spot. Doesn't matter the inning, the score. Each team gets to do this 1 time per game. With this, you can technically have the same batter hit consecutively if the team chooses. The goal of this rule is to have each team's best hitters out there when the game is on the line. Thank you so much for watching my Savannah Bananas explained video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if you're enjoying watching Banana Ball, or if you think any improvements could be made. And be on the lookout for more sports content and weekly videos here on the Snowman Sports Media. Cheers!